A former WWE Champion teases a major return. Plus, another WWE star has re-signed, and a champion has been pulled from AEW Worlds End. It is all in the Cultaholic wrestling news right now. Mercedes Money. Back front and center. Money. Hello, I'm Mercedes Money. Back front and center ahead of Royal Rumble season.
That's right, posting a photo on Instagram outside the TD Garden in Boston, Mass, the same location of a WWE Holiday Live show this past Wednesday.
It all comes at a time when negotiations between Mercedes Money and AEW have reportedly stopped. Another hint that possibly, and stranger things have happened, a WWE return is on the horizon.
Wouldn't surprise me at all. I mean, there was a report that circulated saying that she wanted more money than Charlotte Flair. More money than Charlotte Flair. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I like. She knows her value, and she's gone. I'll come back, but here is my asking price.
Yeah, for
know
sure.
your worth. Always know your worth. Seriously.
No, I've got mixed feelings about it because I think Mercedes is super valuable. Sorry, I think she's amazing. Like, she's one of the best in the world. Does it set an awkward precedent, right? Where people who have left, especially in kind of a controversial way, can then come back and get more money than somebody who's been really loyal to the company? Does that make things difficult in the locker room? I guess Punk's gone away and he's come back and he's being paid a lot more than people who have been loyal to the company.
There is. We never for a second questioned Punk's value.
No, of course.
You know, and I think that Sasha Banks returning would also add value.
Yeah.
Intrigue, excitement heading into WrestleMania. It's another great name to put into the mix.
No doubt.
WrestleMania.
But does that encourage people to do a Sasha and walk out and make life a little bit difficult and then try and come back in? Do you know what I mean?
I would find it hilarious if somebody sort of middle of the card just went, right, bye, I'm leaving, and then waited 2 years and went, can I come back for £1 million? I do like. I mean, I like the chutzpah of such a thing.
Yeah, for sure. And don't get me wrong. I don't feel sorry for this multi-billion-dollar corporation for being put in this situation. I'm just wondering if that does set a precedent if they do take Sasha back.
Well, time will tell if this is how it transpires. One will see. We barely scratched the surface. If she does go back, it'll be a shame because obviously it'd be great to see her back in WWE. It would be a shame because we barely scratched the surface with her New Japan stuff.
Yep.
And I feel like there was some real promise there.
Oh man, there's loads she can do. There's loads that I want to see Mercedes go and do away from WWE just because the injury messed things up so much. I hope she puts it off a year. Let's not do Royal Rumble 24. Let's do Royal Rumble 2025.
Nice.
Because there's so much.
So much they can do. We can talk about Zelina Vega now signing back with WWE. She's come to terms, according to PW Insider, on a new multi-year deal with the company. This comes at a time where these contracts are starting to come up, and for the first time since WWE got taken over by TKO, that we're seeing these big contracts be renegotiated and now signed. We saw Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio do that just a few weeks ago. Zelina Vega, the latest one there. I think Zelina's great. I think there's loads of value in Zelina Vega.
I think she's awesome. I really like her. I think she's shown unbelievable improvement in the ring. I think she's one of the best. Like, she feels like a proper star. I think she's one of the best actors that they've got. Like, the stuff that she does all feels real. She gets the performance side of it a lot more than other people who I think are higher up the card than her. I think she's so good at that, and I just find her really endearing, really likable. I'm chuffed for her. I'm really chuffed for her. That Rey Mysterio one was an odd one because I know he can transition away from it, but he re-signed for 5 years.
That's a long time.
It is a long time because he's been hinting that he's not doing it for much longer. But maybe that means that does that transition to a Legends deal, a kind of ambassador deal, something like that?
Well, it's interesting because when he spoke yesterday, he spoke to Conan on Conan's podcast. We talked about this in the news yesterday, where Rey Mysterio has said that he's now got a personal trainer starting in January that's going to help with his lower body to allow him to do more, but with less pressure on his body.
Apparently, it's the same guy that did Big Show, Paul White. Really worked on the lower body, and it worked out very well.
It worked out great. Wow.
No, that's good to hear.
Yeah, it is.
But he's been doing, and you know what? He's not even adjusted his style as much of other wrestlers.
At least as far as we've noticed.
Yeah, well, no, he's still doing doing a lot of the stuff that he did in, like 1997. He's toned it down a little bit, but the stuff that he's doing is amazing given his age, the number of injuries he's had, and just how long he's consistently been wrestling. He's a different beast. He's the best cruiserweight ever, without a doubt.
He's the biggest little man.
He is.
As they called him in that WWE DVD that time for some reason.
Oh, that's a great nickname.
The biggest little man.
Yeah, because he's small, but he's got heart. Well, it's a good name,
I'd be devastated if a woman called me the biggest little man.
Yeah, they'd be referring to something else, wouldn't they?
Yes, they would. Ma Johnson. Live reactions to World's End tomorrow. We're going to go live as the world ends, Adam and I. This is how we always want it to go. We'll have live reactions at youtube.com/cultaholic/live, and Jack will be along with what happened at as well.
I'm looking forward to it. Are you excited?
Yeah, it was a beefy card that another match has been added to.
Yeah, it's got a little bit beefier. Tony Khan announcing online that we are getting an all-star 8-man tag team match featuring the runners-up in the Continental Classic. We are talking Brody King, Jay White, Jay Lethal, and Roosh taking on Daniel Garcia, Mark Briscoe, Claudio Castagnoli, and Bryan Danielson. That'll be great.
That will be fun, actually.
That'll be a fun match.
All the runners up of the Continental Classic getting in there and just getting all their bits in.
And having a laugh. It's the end of the year.
It's the Continental Classic Christmas party, essentially. Everyone's just going to get in there, do a bit of karaoke, free bar. It's going to be great. Mark Briscoe's going to sing Tina Turner. It's going to be lovely.
Lovely.
However, heading into World's End, a champion has been pulled from the show in the other 8-man tag.
Yeah, this has messed up my prediction for it, right? The 8-man tag, the other 8-man tag, as Tom says, has changed. It will still be Darby Allin, Sting, Jericho, and Guevara against the Callis family. However, Ring of Honor World TV Champion Kyle Fletcher has been swapped out in favor of Takeshita.
I mean, great shout because Takeshita's brilliant, but Carl Fletcher, I watched Final Battle, and I think Carl Fletcher put on one of the best singles performances of his career. Obviously, he was in a multi-man match, but the first time as a singles competitor, he really shone, I thought.
He's so good. I was looking forward to seeing him in there, but also I was looking forward to seeing him take the pin, because that's what I thought was going to happen, and that's messed up my predictions. I still think the babyfaces are winning there.
Yeah. How much of a worry is it, though, that you and many others believe that Carl Fletcher, a champion within Ring of Honor, was there just to take the pin?
Yeah,
it's a worry,
that's nuts. And I think Takesha's probably still taking the pin now. I think I'm still right there.
Now, Carl Fletcher doesn't seem to be an injury concern, because he was on ROH TV yesterday and is leading to a match between him and Willie Mack for the ROH World TV title. So it's certainly not an injury concern. Just a random change in the card. I guess we'll know maybe close to the time.
It's been a mess, that whole situation, because originally it was announced that Jericho was going to be looking for a new partner. Now he's got 3 new partners, and it's an 8-man tag instead of a tag team match. It's just a bit of a mess, but needs must. I think this is just one of those things.
It's one of those chaotic matches that we know AEW for, and we'll watch all of them together. Live reactions to AEW Worlds End. It's again, we said this in the previous news video, it's one of those cards where some of the stuff has been, for whatever reason, kind of quickly put together.
Yeah.
But it will be a great show.
It will.
In ring, it's always excellent.
The wrestlers, I think, are aware of some of maybe the creative concerns that some fans have. And I think they'll go the extra mile. I think it's going to be a really good pay-per-view. And
you can watch it with us at youtube.com/cultaholic/live, and what happened at with Jack the Jobber soon afterwards as well. And for the latest wrestling news throughout the day, you can check out cultaholic.com. Stay safe, rubber duck.